What's up, everyone? I'm Deadnsyde, and today I wanted to talk about Novo Nordisk, ticker symbol NVO. I'm sure you've heard about the drugs that this company makes. So Novo Nordisk is a company that primarily specializes in diabetes and obesity care. Their main drugs are Ozempic and Wegovy. The reason why this is a little time sensitive is because the stock is down 15% today, and where it is at on the chart is it's at major support. So Novo Nordisk sinks 15% after weight loss drug fails to match Eli Lilly's in trial.
Novo's drug, Kagrima, didn't achieve its key goal of demonstrating non-inferiority on weight loss when compared to Eli Lilly's rival drug, Deadnsyde. The Danish drug maker is also navigating rising competition, lower prices in the US, and the loss of exclusivity for Wegovy and Ozempic in certain markets.
So before I get into the details, there's two things that got my attention with this stock. So obviously I've heard of Ozempic, and I'm looking at the 3-month chart. So each candle here represents 3 months. So back here, this is in 2021. Everyone who bought here is underwater now. This is back in 2015. Well, this green line right here is called an anchored VWAP. And this is anchored from the IPO. I know this sounds like a different language to 99% of the people watching this, but if you Google that, sometimes you'll learn that money managers and big institutions will set buy programs revolving around this level. So any bulls here that really believe in Novo Nordisk will start buying around this $40 level. This area right here, this $28.98, basically $30 is major support as well. But I wanted to alert you on these two levels here if you're really bullish on this company. So $30 range, well, $28.98, I guess to be exact, and this $40 range could see major support. So something else that got my attention, Thomas Gaynor, they're calling him, he has Warren Buffett-like traits, and he actually was buying Novo Nordisk pretty recently. And over the last decade, over the last 15 years, actually, he has averaged an 11% annual return, while the S&P has only averaged 4.2%. I took a mental note of it and saw that he added to his Novo Nordisk position. And apparently there's other big money managers in this. Why that's relevant to me is, again, I'm looking for conviction. And if these big institutions liked it when it was higher, maybe they're going to be buying it up to create a floor or a bottom for this stock, and we might see a bounce off this anchored VWAP, off this $40 range. So in case you're not familiar with Ozempic, it's a weekly injection that mainly does 3 simple things to help people eat less and lose weight. Makes you feel full faster, stops food noise, slows down your stomach, and then Wegovy also basically tricks your brain and body into feeling fuller, faster, and for longer. I love looking at trends.google.com. This just kind of shows the popularity of certain things. You can see Ozempic flying. Wegovy now is about to become more popular than Ozempic, but none of that will matter if this is true here, with the risk of losing the exclusivity for Wegovy and Ozempic in certain markets.
Deadnsyde is the active ingredient in Lilly's mega blockbuster medicines Mounjaro and Zepbound, which have overtaken Novo Nordisk's semaglutide, sold as Ozempic and Wegovy in U.S. prescriptions. Patients taking a 2.4 milligrams dose of Kagrima achieved a weight loss of 23% after 84 weeks compared to 25.5% with a 15 milligrams dose of Deadnsyde, Novo said. The trial was a so-called open-label trial, meaning participants knew what treatment they were receiving. Such a design can introduce bias in favor of a well-known product when it is compared to an investigational therapy, said Novo's chief scientific officer Martin Holzlang, adding that he was surprised by the 25% weight loss seen with Deadnsyde.
I'm trying so hard to only look for signal and not noise, and also do the same thing for you guys as I'm presenting these topics to you. If I see insider buying, I'm going to let you know, because that will be possibly an indication that this is undervalued. Now, this is interesting because Lilly's own studies have shown tirzepatide to result in a 20% weight loss over 72 weeks for people living with obesity or overweight.
Novo filed Kagrima for approval from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration late last year, and a decision is expected by late 2026. It has high hopes for the drug, which combines semaglutide and cagrilintide, another hormone released in the pancreas that affects appetite. Despite Monday's disappointing results, Novo CEO Mike Doustar remained upbeat about Kagrima's potential. We strongly believe that Kagrima has, right now, the best weight efficacy than any product currently in the market, he said. Novo is exploring additional trials to test Kagrima, including higher dose combinations, the company said. Kagrima has the potential to be the first GLP-1/amylin combination product to reach the market for people living with obesity, documenting that Kagrima adds to the existing benefits of semaglutide and offers clinically meaningful additive weight loss effects superior to what has been observed with GLP-1 biology alone, said Novo's Lang, adding that further trials would assess the full weight loss potential of Kagrima. However, the failure of Kagrima to meet non-inferiority versus Zepbound adds further uncertainty, and the drug's commercial positioning is increasingly unclear, said Jefferies analyst Michael Lupton. Kagrima could account for between 15% and 25% of Novo's revenue by 2030, highlighting the pressing need for M&A. Lupton said, forecasting that Novo could spend up to $35 billion on M&A this year. Monday's trial result is another blow to the Danish drug maker as it fell short against a drug already on the market and comes after the stock fell nearly 50% in 2025. Earlier this month, Novo predicted that its sales and profit growth would decline by between 5% and 13% in 2026 as the company navigates competition, lower prices in the US, and the loss of exclusivity for Wegovy and Ozempic in certain markets. People should expect that it goes down before it comes back up, Novo's Doustar told CNBC at the time. Meanwhile, Lilly guided for sales to grow by about 25% in 2026. Novo started the year with a strong launch of the first GLP-1 pill for weight loss in the US, the Wegovy pill, but Doustar said it wasn't enough to offset challenges in other parts of its business. Eli Lilly is expected to launch a rival pill in the second quarter of 2026. On top of competition from Lilly, Novo sales have taken a hit due to competition from compounding pharmacies that sell copycat versions of semaglutide for a lower price, in what Novo has called illegal mass compounding that poses a significant risk to patient safety. The FDA said earlier this month that it planned to take legal action against telehealth firm Hims and Hers, including restricting access to ingredients and referring it to the Department of Justice, after Hims offered a Wegovy pill copy for significantly cheaper than Novo sells the branded pill for. Hims quickly pulled the pill after the backlash.
If you want to see my thoughts on Hims and Hers, I did a video on this stock a month ago, basically saying more pain to come. But strictly from a technical analysis perspective, this is an interesting level, and we're down 70% since April of 2024. So depending on your time frame, eventually this is going to bounce, and the overall market is having a really bad day today. I would be surprised if we don't see some sort of support here at this $28.96 range. I mean, if this stock just completely starts selling off and the overall market is somewhat the same, if you're a short-term trader, set an alert for this $28.98 area. As of right now, I'm not in this stock, but if I do buy it, I will definitely let you know. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.